Hello, welcome back to Garrett Grigsby's War in the East and the Great Patriotic War. Grinds on. We are going to try to finish up our reorganization of the southwestern fronts and southern fronts as they pull out of Kiev, and hopefully find somewhere new to hide. And we're also going to look at this section of the line up here where we have these couple of detached regiments of the 255th Infantry Division and the 52nd. And I want to see if I could knock them back if I need to. My concern is that they're going to just start stacking up tanks here. I think there might be some tanks in this area now. Because on the map right now we only see the panzers that are right here, right? So this is one arm of this panzer group, and then we had another arm here, but I'm not sure if those got moved over to the left over near Kiev and they're trying to make a smaller pocket, or if they might have gotten railed all the way up to Smolensk, or maybe if there's enough reserves. I don't know enough about the order of battle of the Germans to know if they have enough troops in the area up here, tanks wise, to just blast through some of these stacks. I assume that they do, but for them that's not a super favorable push anyways, because they're pushing into swamps and heavy forests and a river. So if they come that way, I'm actually pretty happy. Obviously I'll have to defend Vyazma, but I'd be pretty happy with it. And this mess down here, I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking maybe it's worth it to pull a little bit more out, but the problem is if you pull too much, then they can just drive right through. We want to delay them, but we don't want to get all of this pocketed. This is basically two armies right here that would get pocketed. I don't want that to happen. I don't necessarily think it will, but where there's one regiment of tanks, there's usually more. Alright, I'm pretty sure we moved just about everything down here at least once, but we also didn't reassign commands. So what I'm going to do to catch myself back up, because it's been a minute, is you can actually look at this button here, which is Control L, and it will show you the command efficiency and the command quality. I don't care about the command quality right now, but I do care about the command efficiency. And you can, I'm basically going to use it to try to find anyone that's going up right up to Stavka, which is a couple units down here. We need to find a spot for them, and there's one stacked underneath that. So we'll try to get him to go somewhere important. Is this a depot? It is. Okay. All right. Well, this tank division, I'm not sure the deal is with it, but I'm thinking that it could actually go onto the front line. Maybe stack here. I mean, it's only 28 combat prep right now. So, or we could put it here and put it on reserve. If I do that though, I want to know what my general is like, if he has enough initiative to even use a reserve. He only has a 4, so assigning one reserve to the southern or to the 40th Army is probably not going to be super useful. Yeah, he's really not good. See, the 40th Army in general has very little in the way of artillery. Like, they're at best going to be getting one of these in every battle. And they have an anti-tank brigade, but I might even reassign that to someone else because he's such a bad general. Not that this guy's bad. This guy's actually worse. Oh my god. Alright, we need to find a general that actually has a little bit of initiative. At least this guy's at 5 and he's got good morale. Good morale and admin. This guy's a 5. Another 4. God, the generals down here are bad. It's really no wonder that we got pushed so quickly. The only good general I have down here is I assigned Malinowski down here. Malinowski, rather. And he has a 6, so he's like what a normal German commander is. Oh boy. The 40th Army is full anyways. I guess I have to use the 38th Army for these guys over here, as much as it pains me. So what I might do is I might move the 38th Army down to here and take something from the 40th Army, like take this instead, and then that would kind of work. Except I got too many guys stacked here. Oh, the Cav Corps here. Who goes to the Cav Corps? Oh, there's only one unit going to the Cav Corps. How bad is the Cav Corps? He's really bad. Wow, I guess I should have saved some points. Oh my god. Yikes. Nicotine. More like nicotine. He's addicted to being bad. Alright, well, I mean, he's only got one mechanized unit assigned to him right now, so it's not the end of the world, but holy god, that's so bad. Well, 38th Army, you're coming down here. And you're going to take some of these guys on. The 38th Army might have to get reassigned to the southern front as he's getting further and further away. I'm also considering bringing the southwestern front down into this area somewhere. I mean, he's not that far away. But what I could do is I could give the 40th Army to the southwestern front and then give the 38th Army over to the southern front. I think that's what I'll do. So we'll change you to the southwestern front. We'll change you to the southern front. And that's going to temporarily mess everything up for the southwestern front. He's going to be overstacked a little bit. But we can fix that, no problem. And now we can assign the rest of these guys to the 38th Army. So they're not going to that useless Cav commander, that's for sure. And this Cav Corps can go directly to the 38th Army as well. At least give him an extra layer of rolls. Not that it'll help if he's that bad. Oh, it's 7 away from there. Alright, you're going to the 40th Army then. And then you could go to the Cav Corps. That could work. It's not great, but so now let's take a gander at, if you press Control L twice instead of command efficiency, you get command quality. And you see that all of these orange guys show up as, that basically means they have a 4. These guys are showing up as red, which means that this guy is absolute dog. And yeah, I would agree, he's terrible. So I would love to commit to replace him right now, but don't have the APs. I mean, everyone's just bad. It's hard to find people who are good. That's the problem. Because, like, out of all of this, technically the best units our best commander we have is only yellow. It's not even like he's green. So, like, up here we at least have some green commanders. We've got Vatutin, and this guy's really good too. Tolucan. But you can see all along the line, not a lot of green. Not a lot of green. That's our biggest problem right now, is trying to get the colors to be less dark. The 37th Army actually has green. Interesting. Who is going to the 37th Army? Oh, so I transferred all those guys up there. That's okay. Let me take this off. So he's going to be going to the Kursk front anyways. Maybe to Kursk itself, actually. Well, let's start him off. I mean, Kursk is a depot, that's a depot, but is there a reason why I need... Oh, this is still on a train. Can I move one more space? Yeah, I can. And this is unready. This 1st Airborne Corps is not as important. And he's got some guys back here, so let's move him back a little ways. Oh, that's good right there. And then we can drive in the 37th Army, and 37th Army will be the main commander up here. And he's already assigned to the Bryansk front anyway, so I think I had already had that in my mind, that this is what we were going to be doing. And instead of on the 50th, you're going to the 37th Army. The 26th Army still has units down there, so these can all go to the 37th. He's on refit, but it's actually pretty... He's 76. What's he missing? He's missing light artillery and medium tanks. Okay, tanks are pretty important, but we also don't have a lot of them, so yeah, he's looking for T-34s. He's going to be looking quite a while. I'm thinking about sending this guy back to the reserves. Although he does have okay combat prep right now. Maybe we use him anyway. Could drive him up here and just stick him on reserve. Well, let's just leave him where he is, but put him on reserve. He doesn't need to be on refit. Guy's stuck on the train. This guy's on refit, but again, I'm going to put him on reserve because I'm not convinced that they're actually going to get units. So again, we'll put this guy on ready actually, because there's no way he could actually join a fight. All right. So we're starting to get a lot of troops up there, but I would love to be able to evac a little bit more. I'm going to try to hold on for one more turn. It's a mistake, I know, but I've got to try it. Alright, so this division here, we're going to try to rail them up as far as they'll go. We must be out of rail points up there. That's not good. Oh, he just has really low strategic movement. Interesting. You know, it's weird that this is highlighted as a possible location. I don't know why the game does that. It's like it does one extra hex. Well, this mechanized division is very low on everything. So they might be getting pulled off the line in the near future. They've already been reassigned to the 37th Army, so I can't do anything else. And they're completely out of movement points, so yikes. Ooh, that's not good. Well, I think I'm going to send them back to the reserve anyway. Next turn, unless I can now do it now. I can't. So, they're not long for this front anyway. Why am I bothering to refit tank brigades, anti-tank brigades? I should have just converted it or sent it back to the pool. Okay. I'm pretty sure I overstacked the Bryansk front now, but who cares? I do care. I'm gonna fix it, but gotta get this stuff organized first. Just wonder if there's anything else I could ship out without completely destroying the front. Maybe this guy. Or I could at least start driving him up. Well, I'll leave him there for now. Alright, I think I reorganized everything I wanted to for the most part. Now I just have to figure out what fronts are over their limit. So Southwestern and Southern Front are actually okay right now. That's good. Oh, I remember when I zoomed out to look at the things, I saw there's something else. This thing. I remember seeing it. I was like, oh, if I could bring them into Kursk, they could actually unload. Well, they can unload here because they're already loaded. I want to give him some actual mechanized troops. They're only 25 combat prep, but you know what? I don't care. Alright. Who do they go to? So let's decide based on the quality of the commander. He's got a 2 for mech, and the 37th Army guy has a 4. So they're both terrible, but I'll give it to the 4 over the 2, I guess. Put him on reserve. And maybe we should give this to the... I know he had a couple of red guys, so we could give them to the 37th Army at least. So now they'll be blue. And then maybe this to the 37th Army. And then we can unassign this rifle division. Assign it to the Airborne Corps. Because he's not going to be doing anything this turn. And I was already considering sending these tanks back to the pool next turn. So that'll work. This will be mostly an infantry holding force with maybe this one mechanized unit attached. But I would prefer to find a commander that's a little bit better at tanks. If at all possible. Good old Karponis. Yeah, we are really short of T-34s. boys in Stalingrad need to get cracking. Actually, they're probably being still built in Kharkov, I imagine. They haven't been moved to the Urals yet. I think that happens on turn 17, maybe? I don't remember. It's not that important. It happens automatically now. Oh god, that guy's really far out there. So if I moved here, would he be in range? No. This is the best possible position. But honestly, since these guys have already crossed the border, across the river, I think it's time to pull back anyway. So we can hold these two hexes more easily. And yeah, so I'm thinking let's get on the other side of the river with this division. Same with this. And then these guys will hold this hex. Why is this not assigned to him? It's going all the way up there. I don't even want to see what this 18th Army's general is like. I'm sure it's not great. I mean, I guess he's no worse than the guys in the southern and southwestern fronts, but it is not great. What am I gonna do? I mean, we always knew that we were gonna get cut off here. That's just kind of unavoidable. But we now only have one army against a lot more than one army, I think. And this one army has literally 3 artillery regiments. So it's not exactly well supplied with artillery. So we'll give it a little bit more, just to guarantee that it's at least going to get 2 or 3 in, depending on our luck. And then let's try to stick these cavalry in strategic locations here. And we can move the 3rd Airborne Corps up a little bit. I think this will still be in range. Will it be in range here? No, oh my god. Well, that's okay. We can reassign this to the Coastal Army. So annoying. Well, I guess the Airborne Corps will now be a Cavalry Corps. Such is 1941, I guess. This is modern war. It looks like this is undamaged. That's interesting. This is unready. Ooh, that's a little scary. Let's put the depots on for a second. Let's walk him back here, and do we have another army? No, we don't. I'm gonna send down an army from Moscow. I know I have some lying around. We'll send down the 20th Army. What was the 20th Army doing historically? Let's see how different it is. He was formed in the Orel district. Yeah, he was doing the reserve front. So, and then he got on the Western Front. But that doesn't matter. because we can just rail him all the way down here. Or can we? We can't even make it all the way. Sad. Choo-choo. Alright. Well, let's make this a depot at least. However briefly it'll last. And we can pull this unit back to the depot. Put them on refit, although not sure if that'll make much of a difference. This guy is also unready. Not sure how much he's adding to the battle here. 0.4 or 6.7. Okay, on defense he's not as bad. Yeah, so this is throwing up a 14 total. That might do it over the major river. It might not. I don't know. These are very small cavalry divisions. They're under strength. But under strength cavalry divisions is whatever. They're useless anyways for anything besides standing there, essentially. On the offense, they're going to be more useful because they can scout. But on the defense, they're more challenging to use because they basically can get clicked by anything. And on top of that, they don't have, I mean, they have a little bit more movement points, but it's not like a lot more. They can move an extra hex, basically. So they're not, it's not even like they're mobile, really. So I've had the southern front not sitting on a depot this whole time. What is wrong with me? Why was I doing it that way? That is absolutely bizarre to me. I don't know why I was doing it that way. I usually I'm just so drained by the time I get to the bottom of the map that I don't bother. I think this guy actually might have gotten promoted general lieutenant. I don't think he was a lieutenant or lieutenant general. I think he was just a general when he started. Because he's one of the few that has had a lot of wins because he gets a win every turn from Odessa. I've got a good amount of troops in the fortress. Wonder how well supplied. These are still extremely well supplied, shockingly. Okay. Alright, before we turn the turn, I just want to quickly check up here to make sure there's no new gaps that have formed. There is a gap there still. I'm also been considering sending this 270th, one of these rifle divisions. I really want to get them into this area here. Oh, and I also still have to check the Bryansk front. He's at 82. Okay, that's not good. Well, this thing doesn't need to be assigned. Kind of just send it to the reserves. I mean, these tank armies, at least get one off of him. But I really have to move an army, like an entire army off to get 10. I don't understand why he's so bad. Oh, he has an extra army. Is there room in the reserve front for that? There most definitely is. I must have done this one accidentally, the 16th Army. Alright, so you can go to the reserve front now. That's better. The Western Front is actually looking very small. So maybe I could assign this to the Western Front. It'd give me a little bit more room to play. The hell is the Western Front? Oh, there it is. Oh, he's perfect now. Wow. So now the Central Front's a little bit under, which is great because now I can assign some of these guys that are going to Stavka right now to Central Front Army. I just have to figure out who's going where here. So this is all a mess. 21st Army, okay. So we'll give this to the 21st Army. Actually, we'll give all 3 of these to the 21st Army. He's got a lot of guys going direct to him, which is not actually that bad for admin roles, I don't think. Because it's only a +2 to their role, and then Carponis himself has a 6. So that's actually not terrible. It's still a 50% chance of passing it. They are going to obviously gain combat prep a lot slower than they would otherwise, but that's one of those situations where it's not the end of the world to have him assigned that way. Have those divisions assigned directly to him. Just because I'm really short of an army here, I believe. This is depleted. Is there a reason it's 25 men are still on the map? What the what am I doing? This is a crazy area. Why is this so bad? God. Like, there's no way that any of this is going to hold if they get breathed on. This is throwing up an 8. 2 unready rifle divisions. Yeah, it's not even worth keeping them here. Can I get them to a rail line? Maybe. That used up all of its movement points. Just moving onto the rail. Well, I can at least get them onto hexes with ready units in them. Jeez. Yeah, it's not looking good for this front. Now the Central Front's at 58. It's not too bad. Oh, this is red now. Probably because of all of the rail movement I've had to use. Yeah, I mean, there's no way around doing that, fortunately. Oh well. Can I build anything with 1 point? Could build some siege mortars. Except for some reason I'm over my limit. Oh, I think that goes back to the rule change. They patched the number of possible artillery units you can have. Oh, I can build railroad construction brigades now. Oh my god. It starts in September. Okay, so next turn I need to do that. Those are amazing. They can give you the super depots, which if you don't know what super depots are, they're amazing. Put it that way. It's really nothing I can build. Okay, I could build a battalion, but I have no T-60s and no T-34s, so like there's no point in doing any of that. I could throw down another depot. Wow, this guy's army is really spread out. That's why he's all the way at the front. Thinking that might work a little bit better, because at least he's on the confluence of the rail line there. Why can I not build a depot here? Oh, it's too close to this. That's weird. I suddenly can't build depots. I don't know. And the other thing I wanted to do back here is build some air bases on the Aka River. Air base. I could build a depot there, so I don't know what the deal is. Just want to start constructing a whole bunch of air bases. Hopefully they'll be ready by winter. I mean, the level 1 airbase is built really fast, so I'm not too worried about it. I should probably build a couple more air bases in this area. I think I already have built all the possible ones except for this. So I could build an air base there. Maybe I'll build one here too. Okay, that's looking good. Really love to spend this last point on potentially a depot down here. And that's not a bad spot to have a depot. Yeah, nothing is striking my eyes other than that spot, so maybe I'll throw down a preemptive depot here in case we lose multiple. We'll put it down to 3. Separatia has nothing stored, so I think we need to bump this up to 3. This needs to be a 4, so it's supplying a whole army. Alright, well, let's see if we can hold. Well, that is where we'll end it for today. Next time we'll turn the turn, see what happens. I'm very hopeful. Just kidding. See ya.